Hey guys, Seamus99 here, and I'm recording a video in post. I have already played this game, and I am doing a bit of commentary that is sort of a review of what happened. And I really wanted to show you guys this game because this game is an excellent, fantastic example of what not to do as town. Now, I got very lucky. I happened to be Mafia in this game, because if I had been town in this game, oh man, I would have been tilted just like everybody else, and you'll see what I mean. I do want to put a bit of a trigger warning because if you have a thing against bad towns, this is gonna really piss you off. This is Silver Elo. I believe it's about 1650, something like that. That's too high. I don't know. You'll see it at the end. It's in the middle, you know. This shouldn't be bad players, but you'll see what I mean. So, Mr. Krabs comes out, right? And this is a spy, Will. He's claiming spy. And, I mean, I just want him to say, you know, yes, I'm spy. I just want him to come out and say that. You know, whatever. And he's like, no. What? Okay, so you're not spy. He says, no, I'm PG. For sure. Jester hits the nail on the head here. What? And now he calls the town stupid, and I mean, geez, Mr. Krabs, 20 seconds in, he's already tilting. What? Is that sarcasm? My Mafia friend is like, are you soft-claiming spy? I'm like, he's soft-claiming Jester. Anonymous Carrot, how effing stupid are you? Like, what? 2 people are tilted. And we've just got to the voting phase. Mr. T reveals his mayor, even though the freaking doctor is dead. There's no town protective now. Now, like, excuse me. The mayor just reveals randomly, votes Anonymous Carrot. This is completely random. There's no reason to vote him. What he said actually makes him seem more like a town member than anything else. But this mayor just decides, hey, I don't like Anonymous Carrot. Anonymous Carrot's like, I'm out, this town sucks. Anonymous Carrot also claims sheriff here. And I'm a bit like, oh, well, okay. This kind of sucks, because this is 2 town investigatives. I was gonna claim lookout, but, you know, doesn't seem like the best idea anymore. And I know that Mr. Krabs is spy, but I'm gonna sit here and act like I still think he's bodyguard, because I just want him to be as tilted can get. I want him to hate his life, okay? I want to make his time here miserable, because a miserable town member is not going to play as good as a not miserable town member. He gets off the stand. This mayor votes guilty, and I'm just like, what the heck? WASD makes a pretty good point coming up right here. Is the mayor brain damaged? And, guys, I can't say much because I don't know Mr. T personally, but if I met Mr. T in real life, I think that he would be a very confusing person, because he's confusing me a lot. And it's just, at this point I realize, you know, this mayor's probably going to do more for the Mafia than for the town, just based off of how he's been playing this first day. Y'all get to get a good example here of how great I am at spelling, and how good I am with my keyboard. Look at me, look at how I spelled confirms. That I did a really good job there. Good job, Shadeness. You did great. Uncle Ben says that he's switching his claim to lookout, and I'm like, freaking hell, okay, whatever. I don't want to be lookout anymore. I don't think that lookout's my thing. I think I'm gonna switch my claim from lookout to vigilante. At this point, lookout's just not a good idea. And, you know, whatever. Sparks Ida was killed. She was slaughtered. And you can't see it because it's behind the wheel, but she actually died protecting her target. That's right, guys. Neutral Lethal went after the mayor. What the heck? And I'm looking at the background. Anonymous Carrot's actually dead. And this is my amazing spelling here. Mr. Krabs' Jester. No one listens to this death note, but, you know, it's fair to do it anyway. Anonymous Carrot's dead. He was killed by a bodyguard, so he was not actually the, sheriff, and the mayor wanted him dead so badly. And I kind of stopped and thought, well, is the mayor game throwing maybe? Is he, metagaming or something? I don't know, because he was the arsonist. And, I know he wasn't, but, like, whatever. Tom Anthony says, okay, Mr. Rogers is Mafia. He defended Anonymous Carrot, then he showed up as Moff overnight for me. Okay. Damn. So, the neutral killing's dead on day 3, and Tom Anthony found Mr. Rogers the blackmailer. This looks bad. And now Mr. T is saying, kneel it, kill yourself, WASD. Mr. T hates the fact that WASD exists. I'm trying to stick up for my Mafia friend here, saying that Tom sounds like the executioner. And it looks like Uncle Ben is also jumping in here, saying, Tom is totally the executioner. He's totally evil. Both me and my friend Mafia are trying to protect Mr. Rogers here. And it's completely fine, because this mayor does not care about Tom Anthony and the fact that he is a sheriff. All he cares about is WASD, who said he was brain dead. And Krampus is here saying that Abigail's Mafia. The reason why is because earlier Abigail said, oh, y'all aren't going to believe me, but I'm the random town. And Krampus is like, Abigail's evil, I'm the real sheriff. And Krampus is pretty obviously the executioner here. I don't really pick up on it here, but it's pretty obvious that he's the executioner. No one's going to say anything. No one gets voted either. And this is just disgusting. This town play so far has been disgusting. Our Godfather was hauled off to jail. It's not a big deal. I can still attack. And I'm going to kill Tom Anthony. And this is actually... killing Tom Anthony here would actually be a bit of a misplay, because his will would be revealed and it would be pretty bad for Mr. Rogers. Uncle Ben makes a pretty good point. Don't attack him. And I sort of realized that this is probably a big mistake. So I decide, whatever. I won't kill him. And so I'm like, whatever. I attack you instead. I hope Bobby's going to be fine. He has plenty of claim space. And I've been promoted to Godfather. What the heck, Bobby? And I don't know what he claimed. He probably claimed something terrible. Or he didn't claim at all. I have no idea. But I'm really happy that they convinced me not to attack Tom Anthony. Because the person that we did end up attacking was, you probably guessed it, the jailer. And this is really good for Mafia. This makes up for the fact that Neutral Killing died day 3. This is really good. Now, it is unfortunate that our Godfather died, but I'm doing a bit of an analysis now at this point, thinking, okay, if town does not hang a Mafia today, then they lose their advantage. Because we're going to kill another town tonight, and it's just going to be bad. And now I read this will, and I realize that Bobby claimed bodyguard, even though 2 town protectors were dead, and... I mean, come on, Bobby, really? You could have claimed literally anything else. You could have claimed Vigilante, that was a good one. Medium would have been a good claim. Literally anything but bodyguard, and you probably would have lived. Jester's dead, committed suicide. Jester's actually the Vigilante. And this is deeply disturbing to me, because now if someone asks me for my role, well, I don't have any good roles to claim anymore. Any role that I claim at this point was probably going to be an RT role. And I was still planning on claiming Vigilante, but it turns out that it doesn't really matter. Abigail Hobbs says that Krampus is mafioso. This is a bold claim, saying that he's mafioso. I don't understand why Abigail doesn't suspect him as being executioner. WASD says, I can confirm Abigail is mafia. Now, I don't understand why he says this, because Abigail is not mafia. Neither is WASD. I asked Abigail for her role. She whispers to me, Doctor. Let me tell you, Abigail, I think you might have whispered that to the wrong person. Krauser is claiming I'm EXE to defend his mafia. Tom Anthony actually found me as mafia as well. This is something he said. And, I mean, no one's listening to Tom Anthony. He's a ghost. No one cares about him or anything he has to say. All we care about is Abigail Hobbs, which is fine. All the mayor cares about is WASD, which is also fine, because now he's not mafia. The mayor just hates him because he said he was brain dead. Abigail's like, what the hell are y'all doing? This is crazy. I didn't realize at this point that there was an executioner on her, but there's 4 people trying to get her killed right now. So it makes total sense that she gets voted up here. She's the doctor. There's no reason to hang her. I mean, what I'm saying here is very stupid, that it's physically impossible for her to be doctor. This is something that if I said in a higher elo game, I'd probably get killed, because this is something that only an evil person would say, guys, come on. There's no reason to guilty this. There's no reason. There's no reason to say that she's doctor. Apparently WASD says that she's evil, but WASD, I mean, there's no credibility. There's no reason to believe that she's not doctor. But we kill her anyway. She's dead. Wah. WASD and Krampus are mafias, noobs. Go to Rainbow. I don't know what that means, but, you know, whatever. It's funny because neither Krampus nor WASD are mafia. All the wrong people are being suspected. Or, I should say the right people for us. That's not really a big deal. The only town member that has been decent at all is the jailer and Tom Anthony. No one's listening to Tom Anthony, and the jailer's dead. What do you think's gonna happen to this town, guys? Mr. Krabs is salty. I don't want to swear. It's disgusting. This is just terrible. So, we're blackmailing Tom Anthony. This is probably something we should have done a day sooner, honestly. Tom Anthony knows too much. I don't want to kill Tom Anthony either. Nor do I want to kill the mayor. And I don't want the mayor to die because this mayor is helping us. I figured the mayor's just going to keep trying to kill WASD. This is going to make me happy. But, I did have a bit of an epiphany here. What if the mayor suddenly decides, oh, I want to kill the mafia instead of WASD? Even though I'm pretty sure that's not what would have happened, but, it's best to be safe. I think that killing the mayor here was the best play. And it's at this point, it's 3v3v1. Executioner said yesterday that he's going to help the town. You're going to notice that this Executioner, I don't ever realize that this is the Executioner. I think I ask who's the neutral evil 4 times this game, even though he's already said that he's the Executioner and that he's won. I don't understand why I just don't read the chat, I guess. I don't know. See, because I'm like, EXE, who's your target? Even though he said the day before that Abigail Hobbs is his target. Like, seriously. Uncle Ben is coming out here with a lookout claim saying that he watched the mayor and Tom Anthony visited. This is a good thing to do since Tom Anthony's blackmailed. And there's been no other blackmails. If this was a higher elo game, Uncle Ben's rice strategy would have actually been a really good one. But nobody listens to Uncle Ben's rice. And that's fine, because it doesn't matter. So Tom is not EXE. Obviously it's not EXE, you are. And at this point, it really seems like all of the evils are trying to push to get Tom hung. And it's perfectly fine. I don't care. I don't want Tom to die. Because if Tom dies, his will has revealing information. And if Random Town's a vigilante, that's not good. I wanted to hang WASD instead. This seemed like a much better choice. And he gets voted up easy enough. And Krauser, it said Krauser roll, or are you medium? I don't understand that, but whatever. WASD comes out as a sheriff, right? I don't understand this. I'm looking at the will, and he had a pretty unlucky game. It's just nothing but an SGF. So he's saying I'm the medium. I don't know where this is coming from, but I mean, I don't care. I'm just going to say that he's lying, because I don't want him to get off the stand. Ask Mr. Rogers, who is also Mafia. I think WASD has his priorities completely flipped upside down now. Tom is next if this is NO. It doesn't really matter, because he's dead. Town seemed to have gotten some sense. For some reason, Mr. Rogers voted innocent. I don't know why. Brain dead town, that's a pretty accurate way to describe this town. I think a better way to describe this town would be tilted. And I'm sorry, WASD. You guys have Down syndrome. I'm sorry, WASD, but you are also a salty town member. Let's recap here, guys. Abigail Hobbs was salty because she got voted. Mr. T was salty because the town was stupid. This guy is salty because no one listened to him, and he died. Guys, this is just a game of nothing but salty people. Mr. Krabs is like, said the dumbest one. He's salty. Hey, you get some salt, and you get some salt. Everyone gets salt. We technically don't have power yet, says Uncle Ben's Rice. This is actually completely false. We actually have complete power right now. It's at this point I realize, both of the random town is investigative. There's a sheriff and a spy left. This town's dead. It's dunzo. This game's dunzo. And this is probably one of the worst towns I've ever seen. Literally the only person that ever did anything, that ever contributed, the only person that could have won town the game was Tom Anthony. He gets the gold medal for attempting to bring this town together, but no one listened. He should have been a lot more vulgar. He should have been a lot more out there before we blackmailed him. But yeah, guys, this game's over. I'm gonna fast forward to at this point to the end of the lynch, and yeah, it's been a pretty good game. Yeah, you noticed there I was still trying to figure out who the executioner was. I don't understand why it took me so long to figure out that it was Krampus. Maybe I'm actually the bad player here, guys. I can't spell the word confirm, I can't type death notes, and I can't figure out who the executioner is, guys. I think that I'm actually the worst player in this lobby here, honestly. A little bit of a BM myself here, just trying to poke some fun at Tom Anthony, who really did a good job, but it didn't matter. This freaking town was just god-awful. GG Mafia. Freaking best in the world. It's not like we had to try or anything. I didn't even need to claim a role. Uncle Ben claimed Lookout. It's not like he needed to. Mr. Rogers didn't... I don't think Mr. Rogers said a word all game. Oh, he just said there. That's unfortunate. That's probably like the first thing he said. And I'm here trying to tell the executioner, I cannot believe that you would try to help a town this bad. This town, guys, comment down below if this is the worst town that y'all have ever seen in a game. Or comment down below if you've seen a town worse than this. Because this town scrapes the bottom of the bucket. This is silver elo. You're going to see what it is whenever I return to homepage here. Uncle Ben gets a bit of a big head saying that he basically led the Mafia, but honestly, both me and him did a really good job this game. It was Mr. Rogers that got carried. We put him on our shoulders. This was 1168 elo silver, and yeah, that's the end of the video, guys. And I hope that y'all enjoyed this style of commentary. If you did, make sure to comment down below that this was interesting to y'all, that y'all found this better than my normal commentary, and maybe I'll record a couple more of these because this is a lot easier on me. But anyway, guys, this has been Shamus99. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye bye.